That's right.
Happiness here, but, you know, it's our job to be hard on the president. So on November 2nd, the first documents are found in President Biden's office. President Biden himself at that point should have said, how did these get here? What's going on? I want like a search of all my offices. I want to make sure that there aren't additional documents. And that's what's so puzzling about this. It all starts in November, and then there's no real effort to look for additional documents until December. And it is an example of sloppiness. I agree, as you laid out there, it's far more serious. The number of documents, the efforts.
Boy, everyone is stupid except me.
The Democratic response from Congressman Adam Schiff, the outgoing chair of the House Intelligence Committee. Congressman Schiff, you were on this show just after Attorney General Garland appointed a special counsel in the case of the Trump documents. You said it was the right move. Do you feel the same way about this special counsel?
I do think it's the right move. The Attorney General has to make sure that not only is justice evenly applied, but the appearances of justice are also satisfactory to the public. And here, I don't think he had any choice but to appoint a special counsel. And I think that special counsel will do the proper assessment. I still would like to see Congress do its own assessment of...
So this is just disclosure after disclosure this past week. What are we talking about in terms of how sensitive these documents are, and if there was any attempt at a cover-up?
Well, cover-up, of course, is an explosive word, and even Republicans aren't really using that term yet at all. The problem is we don't, and the problem for the White House.
Now I agree with Rush. I'm too stupid to make up my own mind.
Well, President Biden has declared the severe winter storms and flooding in California to be a major disaster, ordering federal aid to supplement the state. 19 people have died from storm-related causes, and approximately 25 million people in California are under flood watch as thousands are ordered to evacuate. The latest system is expected to bring heavy rain, significant mountain snow and strong winds this week. Federal assistance will include grants for temporary housing and home repairs. California Governor Gavin Newsom says more challenges will present themselves over the next few days.
Reality is this is just the 8th of what we anticipate will be 9 atmospheric rivers.
15 minutes later.
So this is just disclosure after disclosure this past week. What are we talking about in terms of how sensitive these documents are, and if there was any attempt at a cover-up?
Well, cover-up, of course, is an explosive word, and even Republicans aren't really using that term yet at all. The problem is we don't, and the problem for the White House.
Much later.
Into how this happened, asking the White House for visitor logs from the Wilmington residents and pouncing on what they call a double standard compared to the DOJ's probe into former President Trump.
The hypocrisy here is great. We're very concerned about a lack of transparency. What's real concerning to me is how justice is applied, and is it applied equally?
Democrats note while there are similarities in terms of the mishandling of documents, the scale and scope are different. In addition to the willingness of President Biden to turn over what was found.
There was no effort to hold on to them, no effort to conceal them, no effort to obstruct the Justice Department's investigation. All of that is a very sharp contrast to Donald Trump's handling of the situation.
Skylar Henry joins us.
This is how legends are born.